workers' rights everything's going downhill. The rich keep getting richer, and it's, as we keep staying stagnant or losing ground with the cost of insurance and everything else. I don't understand how these companies think that we can actually buy their products. How are we supposed to survive, much less buy their products? So it's a hard fight.
Trying to get equal rights for the Tier Bs, trying to get them to a livable wage, because what they make now is not enough to live on.
My name is Mike Davidson. I'm from the Kohler Company. I live in Sheboygan. It's important because there's no reason that we need to have a two-tier system. Two-tier systems are traditionally brought in because companies are in financial ruin, so to speak, verge of bankruptcy, if you will, and this company is not in that position. This company, there's no reason that they need to have that. Our insurance doesn't need to rise to $500 a month when you're making $12 an hour. So that's the fight we're fighting.
Well, they're the next generation. I mean, if they can't support their own families, then everybody else will be supporting them anyway. And it also has to do with turnover. And I know David and Herbert have seen that. There's a lot of jobs where they can't keep people, or just a lower level grouping of people. Even then, they will move on because they're not making the wages they can make, or close to the same wages they can make at a easier level job. Yeah, there is a struggle there, but also you've seen in the last few contracts that have been negotiated, a good share of them have been able to eliminate the Tier B, or at least find a way for Tier B to get to Tier A. And that's an important part. I'm not saying they have to start out at Tier A wages, but there has to be at least some way for them to make it to the A level. Well, yes, there's about a little more than 400 of the Tier B. There's a total of 2,200 of us out here right now, or approximately 2,200. Of course, that puts about 1,700 to 1,800 Tier A workers. And the absolute reason is to support the next generation. I mean, to make them able to support themselves. My name is Troy Felsinger. I am from Newton, Wisconsin, which is about 20 miles north of here, and I've worked here for 23 years.
And I grew up in the Plymouth, Sheboygan area, and being a Tier B worker, I mean, I don't expect a lot just starting out and all that, but a path, just know that I can make that much if I choose to, or at least put in my time is nice. And seeing all the Tier A guys out here supporting us, so that we can actually get paid more, and if they want to raise, then that they believe that we should be able to get the same raise too, and or demolish the Tier B in general. Not that there's such a huge gap in the two pay differences when we're doing the same job.
My name is John Dahlgren. I live in Sheboygan Falls, and I've been working at Kohler for almost 22 years. And for me to be out here to support my fellow workers is for a fair contract.
Matt Brickner. I'm from Howards Grove, and I work in service machine as a machinist, machinist support, and I'm making Tier A wages with the Tier B benefits, so I'm on the high deductible plan, and I make about $6 an hour less than the other machinists that I'm working with, but doing the same jobs. Going to school at night, working full-time during the day. Yeah, we had a great outpouring of support from different local businesses and people driving by and giving you a thumbs up because they understand what it's like, the struggles, and I think a lot of people are happy that we're kind of standing together and not just taking it from the company anymore. Standing up for yourself and for the future generations. One thing, going to high school, they pretty much preach going to college, but no one really talks about life outside of a 4-year college. Going to a trade school or come to work production it's a life that it's not a bad life. It maybe isn't quite as glamorous, but it's good to stand up for the people that in the future they might not want to go to college and they're gonna have a wage or a job that they can support a family on. And
my name is Jill Anzia, and I've been with Kohler for almost 22 years. And what we're fighting for is for the next generation in this country, and especially in this county, to have a fair and affordable place to work in Sheboygan County. We are working for the next generation. I have grandchildren that live in this county that could come to work for Kohler, and Mr. Kohler keeps saying that he wants to reinvest his money into the company. Well, why not reinvest it through the workers who helped you to make that money?
Wisconsin Faith Voices for Justice support labor, and we know that we are heirs of a prophetic tradition that has ever sought to perfect the world that God gave us. The book of Genesis reminds us that we are each made in the divine image, and that no one person is inherently better than another. This is why we honor the dignity of each person for being a member of the human family and for their chosen work in the world.